I'm very happy living here. I love it here.
I absolutely love living here. I don't ever want to have to move.
Pillar Properties is a real estate company that is family owned with a history that dates back over 100 years. And this is an emerging company. This is very much a new idea. And we're focused on bringing a new type of product to the multifamily industry. We're really excited about the name Pillar Properties. Well, each of our communities is going to have a unique name. The 101, the Cordon. Each one is going to be a pillar in its own community, and each one is going to carry the core values we've developed for Pillar Properties.
What jumped out at all of us about the name Pillar Properties was it had so many different ways to tie in to both our history as a family in the Northwest, as well as the strength and the conviction and really the professionalism of how the family has always operated.
Pillar Point is a beautiful piece of high ground on land that the company and family has owned since the turn of the last century. It's always been a point of reference for the family when we think about those lands that we own on the Olympic Peninsula. And so in that sense, I guess you could say that it's a point of focus for us, and a reference that's lasted now for 4 generations. I see no reason why it can't be a point of reference for the family for the next 4 generations. R.D. Merrill came here initially for the timberland at the turn of the last century. But as we have stayed here and stayed close to that investment, the family inevitably has become very attached to this part of the world. We began making other investments in the Seattle area as early as 50, 60 years ago. And I think now we believe deeply in the future of the Seattle area for reasons other than timberland. I think Pillar Properties can distinguish itself from other developers primarily through the fact that this is a family company, that the commitment is long-term. Because we build our properties with a long-term perspective in mind, the bar gets set higher in terms of the quality of the development. We expect to hold these properties into the next generation and possibly the next generation after that, so the initial build has to be of a certain quality.
As we thought about Pillar Properties and as we thought about the team that will become Pillar Properties, I think the most important thing that we settled on was the concept of quietly awesome. Quietly awesome should basically describe just about every element of how we operate as a team. When they interact with us as team members, they should walk away from that interaction very comfortable. And when they reflect on it, they should think, hey, yeah, that was quietly awesome. I got what I needed. People were courteous and professional. Things were organized. And this is a great place to live.
Anyone who lives in one of the Pillar Properties is really going to need to develop a whole new set of expectations, because we have created one-of-a-kind residential communities that aren't like anything else that exists today. Seattle is blessed with some very unique neighborhoods that surround the downtown core. Each of these neighborhoods are really small urban environments. The comprehensive plan that Seattle put together defined urban villages. Well, that was really the basis of our strategy and why we are in these neighborhoods instead of selecting other areas to develop. Capitol Hill, as everyone knows, is probably the most eclectic neighborhood in all of Seattle, but it's also one of the most exciting. It is directly to the east of downtown Seattle, so anybody who works downtown can completely escape the work environment simply by going home to Capitol Hill and have a completely different atmosphere to live in. Kirkland was the first place where we really emphasized the rooftop deck. It's a 66-unit community. The units are beautiful, the units are large, spacious, and have really set the standard for what we consider to be designed. But then we created this rooftop deck, which is beyond anything anybody could have imagined. And the reason is because of the unique location. Wallingford, it's uniquely positioned between Highway 99 and I-5. We have Lake Union, we have Gasworks Park, we have Green Lake, we have the University of Washington. We also have just a vibrant, small downtown area, which is unique. I mean, the people who live in Wallingford are fully committed to enhancing the neighborhood atmosphere. If you look at the uptown neighborhood, it's really kind of at the center of a tremendous amount of activity going on in Seattle. The Gates Foundation is located just 2 blocks away. Seattle Center is practically across the street. The monorail actually passes over the other half of the block where our site's located. Ballard is a neighborhood that is in itself unique with its maritime history, with the Scandinavian history, but Ballard has also emerged as one of the most exciting places for the young demographic to live. So of course we're interested in Ballard, and we have a very unique site that we're extremely excited about. The Cordon is about a half mile, maybe a quarter mile to the heart of the campus of the University of Washington. It's a block and a half from the largest destination shopping center in the entire Northwest, University Village. It sits directly across the street from the Burke-Gilman Trail. People are moving there because of what the neighborhood has to offer. We've partnered with Daniels Real Estate on what is probably the most exciting project in our entire portfolio. Stadium Place, as we currently know it, is the largest transit-oriented development on the West Coast. And you look at what that signifies. You can jump on the light rail, you can get on the ferry, you can take the light rail to the airport, you can take the streetcar, which will ultimately connect our Stadium Place project to our project up on Capitol Hill. You can take the bus, you walk right outside and grab a cab. We have a vibrant lifestyle, vibrant atmosphere that people are going to be able to enjoy on a daily basis. I mean, the one thing that Pioneer Square has truly been missing for all these years is a dense residential population. We are fully committed to enhancing Pioneer Square through developing this project and then also just being a good neighbor. We want to create a urban nest where people can escape the real world, come home, and relax. We want to have amenities, we want to have common spaces that help support their lifestyles. We want to make sure we do everything we can to empower the resident to live the life they want to live. All we're focused on as a company is making sure that we can help make the neighborhood a better place. Whether it's safety, whether it's being an advocate for the neighborhood, supporting the local retailer, being a part of neighborhood associations. These are all things that we have really built a strategy around. A lot of other companies are going to focus more on investment returns. We understand that returns will come over time. We're more focused on the experience. We're focused on our team members. We want to make sure that we are creating a unique lifestyle for anybody who lives with us.
As we search for team members for Pillar Properties and we think about the perfect team match, I would say that if you are an individual who has a high level of professional pride, you enjoy interaction with others, you want and feel the need to execute as part of a team, recognizing that it's the team's success that makes Pillar Properties a success, and you want to be the best, then we're the place, because that is what we will be.
For me, every day it's really important to provide a high-level customer service because it's truly what makes their experience a positive one. I want the residents that live in our properties to feel like they're at home, that we care about them, and that they're an actual person and not just some number or name on a sheet. And to do the little things for them to help make their days and their lives easier is really, it's a pleasure for me and everyone else who works here.
Aside from having a great location, which you could go a lot of places here in Kirkland, but the customer service and Katie's personality sold me right out of the gate.
I love living here. The location is awesome. I come home from work, park my car in the parking garage, and I don't have to go anywhere. Everything around me.
We're trying to create a new idea and a new product that is going to cater to the young renter demographic. Our sole focus is creating an experience for our residents that's quietly awesome.
Pillar Properties and the Merrill family have been in the Northwest for a very long time and very committed on a very quiet basis in a lot of senses. It's not a name you see out there every day, but they are part of the fabric of the Northwest, are committed to the Northwest, and I think you see it all the way down to the architecture and the commitment to building high quality projects that are going to last, that aren't being constructed to just be sold and to another partner. They're there to own them and be part of the community.
The people we've worked with at Pillar Properties have been exceptional, both from their experience that they can bring to the table, their ability to grasp complex, difficult, challenging situations and help us come up with a joint answer, the way that we can work together without competition. We both know what each other's strengths are and we can play off those. I have not found a better partner in my professional career, which is over 30 years, than Pillar Properties.
For me personally, the launch of Pillar Properties has been a very exciting moment in the history of the R.D. Merrill Company. It's great to watch a new young team begin to be formed. It's great to watch the buildings begin to come out of the ground. And it's great to think about the huge potential future that this company has.
I'm really excited about what the future has in store for Pillar Properties. We have a rich history here in the Northwest. We have great people working with us. We have terrific locations. And the opportunities really are endless. And that's quietly awesome.